South Africans, you forgot so soon. You forgot how they helped you guys to gain your independence and how they helped you guys during the apartheid. But before then, welcome back again to my channel. You see your favorite girl, UJ, aka Mami Ekwa. So on today's video, I'll be discussing a lot of things. A lot of people have been talking about South Africa and their xenophobic nature. So that is what I have today. But before then, let these videos roll, after which we'll come back here and have a discussion about the xenophobic attack that is happening in South Africa.
So you must accept, South Africans must accept emotionally that we're back in apartheid, that our country has been bought back with 30 pieces of silver paid to Cyril Ramaphosa, and that he has betrayed the revolution. So the deal is going to happen. Now, how the deal is going to happen is that the DA will get some of what it wants. So in other words, they'll do maybe an addendum of some sort to the agreement, and try to relax some of the clauses so that the deal can go through, or delay and say that they'll deal with difficult issues afterwards and so on. So some kind of delaying tactic that allows the president to appoint a cabinet. Then thereafter, the DA is going to then want their pound of flesh. That's why they say if they have a department, they want the minister, the deputy minister, and the DG. The so-called cadre deployment that they've been running around, now they want to do it, that they've been opposing in courts. Now they want to implement it, because they want to have a complete control, so that even the tenders must go to their preferred people. When the tenders go to white people, it's not going to be called corruption. It will be called good governance. Yeah. And so they want to consolidate their power while Ramaphosa is still in place, because they know that thereafter the real revolution is going to take place, and the Christmas is going to be over. So it's like the last feeding frenzy of the corrupt ANC and the corrupt DA forces to make sure that they enjoy however long this thing is going to last, a year.
Especially those which have economic interests in South Africa, in Southern Africa generally, which reap super profits from the exploitation of the people.
Who are they?
The multinationals, the countries, the big Western powers, which have substantial trade with Southern Africa and enormous investments there. It is these countries and their corporations who are running a countercurrent to the efforts of the anti-apartheid movement, and who are therefore in a way maintaining and perpetuating apartheid itself.
So you hold them largely responsible for the continuance of apartheid?
Absolutely, they are.
And what do you think needs to be done that isn't being done now to fight apartheid?
Well, I think it's by the anti-apartheid movement and the solidarity movement is.
So guys, we've seen the videos, and I would like to say something about this. The people of South Africa, you guys forget so soon. You forgot how they helped you get your independence. You forgot how they helped you fight the apartheid that is going on. And when I saw this video, when I think about what Africans are doing to their fellow African brothers and sisters, I feel bad. I feel so bad that South Africans are treating their fellow Africans just this way because they do not want to see Africans in their country. These are blacks. We are all blacks. So why would you not want to see your fellow African brothers or sisters in your country? That is the question I want to know. What is the main reason why South Africans do not want to see Nigerians, Zimbabweans, Ghanaians, Togolese, Senegalese, even from people from Uganda, Kenya, in their country? Please, I want to know, because I know a lot of South Africans are watching me right now, and I want to see your comments in the comment section. You can just tell me the reason why you don't like Africans. But I wouldn't want to generalize it, because I came live yesterday and want to hear from people the reason why they do not like Africans do not like Africans in their country. And I could remember it took me back during the election period in South Africa. Julius Malema came out with a vision, he came out with a vision that he wants to rule over South Africa. He wants to make things right. He wants to set the record straight in South Africa. But the people of South Africa said no, that Julius Malema cannot dictate whatever, cannot do anything for them in South Africa just because Julius Malema is fighting for one Africa. Julius Malema wants all African countries to come together. He wants African unity, but the people of South Africa said no. Julius Malema, for this particular thing you said about South Africa, you talked about uniting Africans together. We are not going to vote for you, and they did not. They kicked out Julius Malema and they voted for a white person. But before then, I want us to see this video. After watching this video, then we'll come back and react on the video.
Welcome to Orania, a remote farming town in South Africa's Northern Cape. It prints its own money, runs its own banks, has its own holidays and manages its own affairs. Sounds like the perfect township to relocate, right? Well, hold your horses. To enter Orania, you have to qualify on certain parameters. The foremost is the color of your skin. It has to be white, because Orania is a whites-only town. The uniqueness is too obvious to ignore. Wherever you go in this township, you will only find Afrikaners. White people with Dutch ancestry. They do all the work, from playing the piano at the church to reading out the Bible to believers, to running the kitchen at a restaurant, to even gardening at orchards. All jobs, big or small, are reserved for white people. Orania is often dubbed as the last outpost of apartheid, a system of institutionalized racial segregation. South Africa abolished apartheid in the 1990s, but the legacy lives on in Orania. In fact, the township was founded by the son-in-law of Hendrik Verwoerd, South Africa's former prime minister, who's considered to be the architect of apartheid. Verwoerd's bust lies at the museum in this township, serving as a reminder of his beliefs. As for Nelson Mandela,
South Africans, what is the color of your problem? What is wrong with most of the South African people? You did not want to vote for Julius Malema then, but you went and voted for a white person. And this video I just played here is a community in South Africa that the blacks are not allowed to go into that community. Before you can be able to have access to go into this community, it means you have to be a white person. You have to be light skin color, like a white blonde person, before you can be able to access entry into that community. And they are shaping that community to be that it is only for the white people. That is where racism came into. And after the people of South Africa voted out, they kicked out Julius Malema, they said Julius Malema is not fit because he wants to bring in one Africa. Now they voted in a white leader. Isn't that funny? In this same South Africa, they are still complaining of racism. They are still complaining that the racism here in South Africa is too much. That the way the white people came in and exploited them is becoming too much. But what happened? South Africans, what is the color of the problem? They still voted in a white person to rule over them. And of which, this was what caused the problem in South Africa. Nelson Mandela was fighting for the black race in South Africa. He was fighting against the white race in South Africa. He was fighting for the black people. And he got it. Now the same white people is ruling over South Africa. Isn't that funny? And I came here again. South Africans, Ghanaians, Nigeria played a major role in fighting for you people. They helped in so many ways to fight for you people. They fought that you people can gain your independence out from the hands of the white people. But still yet, South Africans, you do not want to succumb. You still want the apathy to keep on going. And that is the reason why you went in and voted for a white man.
We in South Africa, we are beneficiaries of international solidarity, and we know what international solidarity can do.
And it is still the same South African people that are xenophobic in nature. I wouldn't generalize it, because I know and I believe that it is not all South Africans that are xenophobic in nature, and there are still some South Africans that are married to Nigerians, married to Ghanaians, married to people from Zimbabwe. But when some of those people that are xenophobic, they see Zimbabweans in their country, they see Nigerians in their country, they see Ghanaians in their country, they get so angry. They get so angry seeing their fellow black people in their country. Why? I want to ask this question. Why? We should be fighting against the people that exploited us, the people that colonized us. Why are we fighting against our fellow black people? When would this thing stop? When would Africans see their fellow African people as their brothers? When would they see them as their companion? When will they stop this hate? When are they going to stop this HATE? When, Africans? It is high time we see ourselves as Africans and embrace ourselves and come together to make sure we are fighting for one thing. I said it previously I came live yesterday and I talked about this. I said, Africans will keep on fighting, and the people that are exploiting us will keep on exploiting us. The people that colonized us will keep on taking everything that belongs to us. What they want is to bring all blacks' heads together, put our heads together like this, and make us have this HATE towards ourselves. And they collect our cocoa, they collect our gold, they collect everything that belongs to us. South Africans, you forgot so soon. You forgot how you fought for your freedom. You forgot so soon how you fought for your freedom. And still yet, South Africans are the country, one of the African countries that have this, HATE towards their fellow African brothers, towards Nigerians, towards Ghanaians, towards Zimbabweans, towards Ugandans, towards a lot of African countries. And you think it's right. When they ask South Africans, why don't you want your fellow African brothers in your country? Well, the questions or the answers I get in return is, oh, they are taking our ladies away. Oh, they are coming to take everything that belongs to us. Meanwhile, the people that are taking everything that belongs to you are in your backyards. They are right beneath your nose. You could see them, you could feel them, but you did nothing about it. You cannot go into that community, you just watch the video. You cannot go into that community as a black person and you call yourself that you're fighting for something. What are you fighting for? South Africans, it's enough. Stop the HATE. Let other Africans come into your country and live peacefully. And another thing again I want to say here is that Africans, if you're going into South Africans, please make sure you are not going in there to commit crimes. Please abstain from crimes from the country. Do not go there to commit any crime. But I will put it out here. South Africans, if you keep on creating this HATE, every 10 o'clock in the night, I'll keep on making videos about South Africans because it is getting too much. And you forgot how these African countries fought for your freedom, fought for your liberations.
1963, our Pan-African leaders came together to undo the boundaries imposed upon us by the Berlin Conference. Sadly, when they went to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, they were divided. We had the Casablanca group, who were the Pan-Africanists and said, Africa for the Africans, African Union now. That was Ghana, Guinea, Mali, Egypt, Morocco, Algeria. And
I don't know what else to say on this video, but for South Africans, the xenophobic is getting alarming. It is glaring. It is showing that South Africans do not want Africans in their country. Guys, I'll see you in my next video. Please subscribe, like, and share this video.